Hello, I'm here. I'm back. Okay, hold on. I will wait before I start. I will wait for you, for viewers. If you're here, please put a comment. And if you can hear me, much better. I will wait. I will wait. Okay. Don't worry. I won't start yet until I have viewers. Okay. It's been a while since my last live. I think it's more than 6 months, my last live. And again, hi, Miss Jonalyn. Oh, happy to see you. Yes, Miss Jonna is from Europe. Okay, very good, very good, very good. All right. Ayan na po. Okay, I will do this Taglish. Mostly English, but Taglish. Okay, so all right. So basically, we're going to talk about March. How is March treating? I hope March is treating you well. Okay. I hope if you're ever going through a bad month, always remember everything is temporary. Nothing in life actually lasts. And if ever this month is quite challenging for you, always remember that there are things that you can learn from as a means for you to be prepared for the next month. And everything, every hard work or every difficulty is always temporary. Hi, baby. My husband is there joining us. Chino. Okay. Okay. All right. So, all right. Let's talk about first the energy for the month of March. Okay. There is too much wood, and when there is too much wood, I have here a list of potential issues that we can encounter. No, there's too much emotions, too much aggression, too much conflict. Okay, extreme volatility in terms of behavior and emotion. It's so easy for us to get angry. At the same time, we might experience people around us going through different lawsuits. Okay, another scandal, sexual scandal, or even adultery can be heightened within this month. Okay, so ever any of the energies that I mentioned are currently what you're experiencing, always remember that these are emotions that you can control and manage and not be influenced by them. Okay, not do not create lasting decisions out of a temporary emotion. Always remember that. That's not my saying. I heard that somewhere. I'm just relaying it to you because at the end of the day, if we make decision out of our own emotions or a whim, we end up regretting the outcome. Okay, so just be careful. There's too much wood, too much angst feeling, and then since this is also a rabbit month, this can also determine scandalous or third party interference and so on and so forth. Okay, so just be careful. Do not let emotions or urges get the best of you. Okay. Yes, I am Pinay. Hi, Al. Yes, Pinay. Yes, I am. Okay. Right. Okay. Now, do you have any questions though about the month of March? If you do, please ask question so we can actually expound. Okay, so what is our reference point when it comes to reading our monthly forecast? We are going to use our day master. As seen in the image, this is the circle. Okay, how do we actually get to our calculator? This is for free, register for free. What you can do is plot the QR code and going to bring you to the link. Okay, all right. So while you're listening, do plot the QR code. So it's going to bring you to the platform. Yay! And then you can save this patchy chart. And you can use this as your reference every time we do any live session. So the first day master that we are going to focus on is jackwood. Okay, jackwood. Just be careful with your expenses. You might feel as though that all your cash flow is being disrupted by expenses. Okay. Also, this happens to me sometimes. What happens is because of sudden urge, you feel like you going shopping, you recklessly go on Shopee, and then okay, yeah, you go to a live session, you go on mine, you do mine for everything. That happened to me once. Good thing I'm very much aware that emotions can be heightened, reckless spending can happen. So which is why I it's actually it's our responsibility to manage that emotion and not make decision out of certain temporary feelings. So be careful, okay? Or you might have to go through a situation where you need to actually spend in order to solve a problem. Sorry about my. I'll put it on mute. How do you put this on mute? Okay. All right. I'll just volume it down. Okay. Sorry. So there. Okay, so you might have to go through instances where you have to spend in order to solve a problem. My suggestion for the Jawwood, so we can actually transfer or change the energy into something that is beneficial for you, is to look into investing or spending things that may give you a long-term return. Or at the same time, you can also look into spending time with others instead of focusing on your expenses. So again, this month quite can be extreme because there's two elements on top of each other. So it's basically extremities of any elements that we have for the month. Okay, I'm sorry if you're a newbie. This is sort of a technical, but basically just to give you a nutshell, this month can be about something of the extreme because there's too much element of the same definition. I hope that clearly explains a little bit, no? And because of that, what happens is it also affects the way our humans, okay, our emotions as humans can be heightened further, especially when it comes to anger, conflict, um, sexual urges, okay, might be heightened. So we can experience um, some issues that concerns anger or sexual scandal and so on and so forth. If you missed the first part, I'm just reiterating what I'm saying a while ago. Okay. All right. So for business owners, for Jawood, pay extra attention to where your finances is coming in. Find out if everything is actually going to your business. There is no leakage in terms of profit. So do check, audit your own business especially for this month. Okay. All right. For the Yewood. Okay. Yewood is actually a good month to focus on networking or at the same time building your connection, collaborating, people that you're actually familiar with. Okay. Say your friends, your relatives, people that you actually trust. All right. So broaden your social circle is actually a good time to do this month. It will actually help you further, especially in the long run. Next, sorry, that was for Yewood. Again, going back to the Yewood, I always forget to switch the slides. Okay, so for Yewood, this is good for networking, broadening your social circle. Always remember, in order for us to achieve our goals, we need people. We need help. We don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for assistance because we need people in order to speed up in achieving our goals. We need people, not just money. We need people. We need connections. Okay. Bing Fire. Okay. Bing Fire is all about support this month, especially when it comes to building finances. This is also a good month to learn anything new that concerns your current employment or current career of focus. Okay. And this is actually a good month to tap your nobleman. This is how you will be able to get the support that you actually need from your nobleman or man. Okay. Extra attention, however, when it comes to your health, especially if you are experiencing a clash within rabbit. So what's the clash? of the rabbit, it's rooster. So if you have a rooster in your day master or in even in your year, this can indicate that there are some issues when it comes to health. So pay extra attention. Listen to your body. If there is any discomfort that you haven't been feeling for quite a while, or if you haven't felt in the past years. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. They haven't felt in the past years, then basically this is the time where we focus and have it checked so that this can be addressed as soon as possible. Do not delay when it comes to health issues. The more you delay, the more expensive it gets. Always remember. Okay. Next is for the ding fire. Okay, Ding Fire is emotions high this month, very high on top of the wood element that we have. Then basically, what happens? It could lead into a situation where it's hard for you to handle or manage. Practice meditation. Um, Best to actually also start doing your journaling, letting your emotions transferred and create an outlet, rather transferred to a piece of paper. That's the best way to actually do that. And at the same time, it's basically another form of transferring energy. No? You're putting it somewhere. That anger, the volatility of your emotions, put it somewhere else, so you don't have to bring it with you and transfer it to someone else, especially if that someone else is someone that we care for. Okay. Because by doing that, it ruins or creates instances for us to experience disputes and argument. And when we're talking about disputes and argument with people that we care and love, after, when all is well and calm, you'll realize it was a waste of your time. Okay? Especially if both of you care for each other, the fight could have been avoided. You could have just spoken to each other with a much more diplomacy than arguing. Does that make any sense? So there. So that's for the ding fire. Extra careful with your emotions. Do not let this get the best of you, because this can actually affect judgment. This can affect your decision making. This can affect, it can actually cloud your judgment at all times when we are too emotional. Okay, so there. And then for the ding fire, in addition to the journaling, I would, again, I think I said this a while ago, meditate. Okay, you can practice the sage mode to help give you clarity where to focus on instead of just dwelling into what you're feeling. Okay, next is Woo Earth. Woo Earth, there's so much changes this month, and it can be overwhelming if you are not prepared, if you are if you were especially if you did not plan or did not expect anything from anything, that any change that could happen this month. This can be overwhelming. My suggestion, okay, if say for instance it's too overwhelming, too much problem, too much changes, it's hard for you to handle. The first step is to create a habit. Okay, a habit that you can rely on, or at least a system that you can rely on to help you get back to your old self, so that you can actually adjust slowly to what's happening around you. Okay, create a system, or at least a daily habit that you can start with, so you can start focusing on the changes and focus on what progress you can do in adapting to the changes around you. Okay, so yeah, for Wu Earth, kind of a heavy month, full of problems, hectic. Na? All right, same goes to the G Earth. This G Earth will experience a lot of problems to solve. This can be a really problematic month, especially if we are not prepared. Okay, and hopefully, um, before this month came, you kind of had a sense that there is going to be some issues and problems. You kind of anticipated that there might be some future problems, and because of that, you created some plan. Okay, but if not, my best response, my best advice response, my best advice is to actually figure out which are the issues that are much more important and focus on that and start addressing them the soon as possible. And then later on, if when you check which are the problems that you can actually delegate, start delegating, because this month can be very overwhelming when it comes to problems. And people around you will be needing you, okay, to be at your presence. So you'll be able to solve those problems so that these problems can soon end as soon as you face them. Okay, so it's best to keep your plate empty within this month because this month can be uh, overwhelming with problems. Okay, and do not hesitate to ask for help if you think that everything is becoming too overwhelming and it's hard for you to focus. Ask for help. It's never a sign of weakness when to ask for help. As a matter of fact, there's a saying that actually when you ask for help, this is a sign that you are not giving up. Okay, great. Okay, I couldn't stand anymore. I have to put on my glasses. Okay, next. Gang metal. Okay, gang metal is a busy month when it comes to career, which is good. Busy month in the sense that there is wealth opportunity, or there may be instances where you'll be asked to do a lot of responsibility in your workplace. This is an opportunity because this actually means that you are important. Yes, you are important in your workplace, and that's good. So make the most of the opportunity that you're receiving this month. Okay, and make the most of, yeah, just to reiterate that statement, make the most of the opportunity by to help you by asking for help. Okay, so the more you ask for help or at least get assistance from others, the more you can accomplish. Okay, so yeah. Okay, sin metal. Sin metal has indirect wealth. Indirect wealth sitting on indirect wealth. What does this mean? This means that there is actually opportunity for windfall, windfall or inheritance or bonus or amount of a large amount of money that you can receive within this month. Okay, that's for the sin metal. So congratulations if you actually did. That's something that you can actually maximize. Make sure that you pick the right investment. You reinvest your money. Just don't just spend it. Reinvest. But before you make any investment, please practice due diligence. Okay, there's a lot of scams right there outside right now. To make sure that you check all the information before making any substantial investment. Hi, Anna and Sophia. Yes. Oh I miss you so much, Mom. You know, the last time I saw you was actually here in our live. Thanks for joining. Okay. So there. Okay, going back to the Sin Meta. So congratulations if you did. Please save. Don't forget to save. This is the year where we focus on maximizing our resources. Make sure that you be diligent, discerning, critical of where you're going to spend your money. We want this money that you're receiving to last, okay, and practice financial management, okay. And if you win the lottery, congratulations! Wow. Okay. Right. Okay. Next. Rainwater. Okay. Rainwater. Oh, rainwater may experience a lot of petty issues. This could refer to rumors, gossip, creating some defaming statements about you. Okay. And what can happen is this can actually lead you to feel more annoyed than usual. And the more you're annoyed, it's so hard to focus on your job. I know that feeling, but basically what I'm trying to say is let empty can make the most noise, nah? So you don't have to pay attention to them, and eventually remember the saying that everything is temporary. Whatever they're trying to say about you will soon be over. Okay, and eventually what they'll realize or what they'll focus on is the good work and the hard work that you've done. Let your work speak for itself in a nutshell. Okay, let the naysayers and the haters keep on hating, and you continue focusing on giving quality of work. Okay, eventually when the dust settles, they'll realize, okay, despite the rumor, here she is or here he is doing the most quality of work, and this is what matters. Okay. Okay. Yay. All right, next is gui water. Okay, gui water is so much creativity this month. Sometimes we take this for granted, but in fact, this is actually another way of the universe to speak to you. When you become too creative, you become creative. Okay, it's sort of like another message that the world is telling you that this is what you should venture in. This is the new thing that you should be doing. Okay, being creative. So my suggestion for the we water is to list down all the creativity or all the inspiration. You might not be able to implement them all together, but at least there is something that you can look back to, especially when creativity runs dry. Okay, so there, list them down. I want you to maximize that opportunity, this blessing of creativity, because this is such an amazing opportunity that you can tap, that you can maximize, that you can actually implement. Okay. All right. This is a way for you to be innovative. Questions? Yes. Oh, see, Miss Yana is feeling the creativity. Yes, maximize this. I actually love moments when I have this creativity. I try to really stay active and really harness that creativity because I can actually maximize it. I might not implement, no? You might not implement all the information, but when you're finally, you know, weeks down the line and you're out of ideas, you can actually look back and use those information. Okay. A good way also to actually maximize the eating god is starting work, artistic work, or like painting or writing, and then eventually you'll realize that you do have natural talent, and then you can pursue this as a side gig. Okay, and so on. I remember, and I had this discussion. One of my clients was kind of creative. Pedro tinago lang niya yung kanyang talent for a while, and then she has the talent. So I kept on reminding her, you know how much Heart is earning from her painting. She started lang on the side. Now it's cost like 10 million yata, no? The most expensive. So, malay mo, di ba? Okay. Yan, okay, yes. Yes, good. Pati si Miss Jonalyn is maximizing on the creativity. Yes, very good. Oh, sayang kasi. Diba? It's another blessing that we should appreciate, yung ganyang creativity. Kasi it's not every month. Pasko tayo sa creativity. Diba? Okay, it's something to maximize and be grateful for. Okay? Embrace it. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Very good. That's what I do. Nililista ko talaga siya. O kaya, what I do is when I start blogging, kahit I have no intentions of posting, I just blog and I just keep on typing and then I save it. And then when our days I'm really heavy or I'm really busy, tas kailangan ko mag-post, napansin ko, oh my God, 2 weeks na ako hindi nagpo-post. I look back and now I'm able to utilize, and the impact and still is still good. No, I still get engagement kahit na nagawa ko na yon months or weeks ago. Okay? So maganda siya. All right. Yes. Okay. Sige, let's go now to Feng Shui. Okay, so how do we use the Feng Shui, the forecast I'm about to tell you? This is, say, for instance, yung area, no? The main door of your home. Yes. Home. At saka, o kaya naman your bedroom is in the area. This actually can fall under that forecast. Okay, so what if, say, for instance, my main door is in the north and then my bedroom is in the northwest? What does that mean? So basically, you can look at two different sectors, no, that I am actually sharing with you as a potential forecast and help you prepare for the entire March. Okay, great. Sige. Okay, let's start with the north, no? If your area, if say for instance your main door is in the north, okay, your main door is in the bedroom, what you will notice is you might experience traveling opportunities this month, traveling concerning work. No, this is actually good to maximize, and also yes, a good month to maximize. Sorry, I have to check. I listed them down. Okay, that's a good time to maximize because this can actually bring wealth opportunities or can actually open doors for you for the month of March. Okay, it may just be a month, but you know what? 1 month or even a day can change your life. So if you can actually maximize all the opportunities and the energies within the month and doing the right activities, definitely 1 month can change your entire lifetime. Always believe in that. So we always maximize every month that comes our way or the energies that are good. And then when there's bad month, and basically we lie low, avoid taking too much risk and so on and so forth. So since month of North is good, for the month, sorry, the sector north is good for the month of March, then basically we maximize. Okay, next is east. Okay, extra attention. Okay, if you're staying here, your main bedroom is here, your main door is here, and your bedroom is here. Extra attention when it comes to your health. You can experience lightheadedness. You're prone to lightheadedness within this month, especially if you're staying frequently in the east sector. Actually, east within 2023 is really not a good sector, but this, I guess, this forecast helps you, remind you to, if you can avoid the east, let's avoid the east. Okay, so if you're feeling anything that's unusual, or a discomfort that you've never felt before and now you're feeling it, please have it checked as soon as, because the earlier we address, the cheaper it is. Okay, that's with when it comes to health. The more you delay this having checked by your physician, the more it's going to cost money. Okay, so be proactive when it comes to health. Prevention is better always than cure, not because of the pain or the experience that you can go through. Even finances applies to that. Okay, so I'm talking too much. Okay, let's go to the northeast. Okay, northeast now. If you're currently staying in the northeast and your main door or your bedroom is in the northeast, you can experience some appreciation or even recognition within the month of March, especially if you did the right actions this past years, past month, and basically all your hard work will see recognition within the month of March. But if you just stayed at home and then played Netflix and just nothing, then you can't expect anything to happen within the Northeast. Okay, so for the Northeast, those the hustled and actually did the right activities, you can see also increase in income. Um, increase in income, and if you're an athlete, then there's a competition to join this month, and you can see chances of success or achievements for this month of March. Okay, next is for the west. Okay, for the west, be careful if your main door is here and your main door and your bedroom is here, especially if it's a master's bedroom. Miscommunication can lead to much argument. Okay, this relates to professional and personal relationships. So be careful with everything that you say. If you are going to give instructions, please have the patience to explain everything in detail to avoid miscommunication as the cause of your problem. Something about miscommunication that can be really disappointing is that you actually have control over this, and just because of lack of patience or because of negligence, we create problems. Okay, and now that you're aware of this, I hope we extend the patience, even if you are so pissed off, annoyed, because you have to explain yourself. Trust me that a little bit more time and explanation for this month of March, especially if you're staying in the west sector, will help you a lot, will help you avoid problems. Okay? All right, so let's not let miscommunication create a disruption. For this month, we don't need any further disruption. We need to focus on our goals, and as much as possible, we want to eliminate problems that can disrupt us. Okay, I'm talking again too much. Okay. All right. So Southwest. Southwest, if your main door and bedroom is in the sector, and if you're into real estate investment, this is actually a good month to stay active. You might find opportunity to actually find a property that is cheap, probably, or yeah, cheaper than most in the market, or you might be able to sell a property higher than how much you sold it, okay, increased in value, and so on and so forth. So if you're into real estate, Southwest is the space. Okay, if you're in the medical field, field, you may see demand towards your skill sets. Okay, you might see individuals asking for you particularly because they find you more proactive, better than most in your colleagues, and so on and so forth. So there. So Southwest is the space. Okay. Next. Okay. Next sector is the South. Okay. Especially if your main door is in the area. Hold on. I have to. Main door and bedroom with your spouse. Okay. South, there is you're quite prone to a third party interference this month, especially if the area has bad form. So if basically, so what if now I'm staying in the south and I cannot move, and me and my husband are continuously arguing, and then now you're telling me this, Miss Sofia. So what do I do? Okay, so basically the best activity or the best action that we can do is to cut short the arguments, or at least be understanding. At the end of the day, your husband or your spouse is a human being. There might be something that's bothering them that needs extra attention, and hearing them out, communicating, and being compassionate, practicing diplomacy, especially just for this month, even just for this month, just to avoid third party interference. You have to understand that there's a need your spouse needs something, and probably the reason why he's mostly angry, or your spouse is mostly angry, it's because there is an issue that's bothering them. Hear them out. That's my concern, so you can start addressing the problem as soon as possible. Okay. Okay, is that clear? I hope it's clear. Okay. Next, can I use Southwest even not my main? Yeah, yes, definitely. I use that for this month that I work. See, you can use that even if it's not in your main door, or it's not your main door. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Next. So tingnan my eyes. I just had this glasses. Had this. Wala lang, kwento ko lang. Okay. So, 6 months ago, nagpalit ako ng glasses, and now I changed it again. Every 6 months I change, and it's not getting better, getting worse. And then the doctor told me it's because of age. Oh, okay, anyways. I know. I can't. I feel like I'm still 25. Ay, sus Marios. Okay, stop it. Okay, Southeast tayo. Southeast disputes and arguments may happen within the month of March, especially when it comes to your supervisor, your higher ups, o kaya naman your clients, no? I guess this is no brought too much pressure that you're experiencing, and then there's so much changes that's happening, and everything becomes overwhelming, no? So basically, what my advice for this for people staying in the southeast, if this actually happened, don't take things personally. You have to understand your boss has a job to do. Your client has a job to do. If you're failing your job, then basically they're not able to finish their job. So don't take things personally. Okay, move on, learn from whatever dispute, and then use it as a means so that next month and every task that you do, or even in this month, you'll know how to actually manage your actions properly to avoid further problems. Okay, there you go. Okay, northwest. Okay, for the northwest, especially if this your main door is here and your bedroom is here, please avoid going to or engaging in water activities. Case in point, diving or surfing, because you're prone to accidents within this month, especially if you're actively using these sectors. Okay, please follow that instruction. Avoid risky water activities, no, particularly. And it's not actually a good month to get into any investment. As a matter of fact, you might actually experience losses or even in legal entanglement if you get into business deals that you within this month, especially if we're not careful. Okay, uh, there. The lawyers, on the other hand, if you're a lawyer, then this is actually a good sector for you within the month. Like you can see much progress in some of your endeavors or deals within this month. Okay, so there. So the more you use this, if you're a lawyer in the if your main door is here, the more you use the main door. Okay? All right. Next is center. Center is if you're staying in this sector, this is 7 and 4. This could lead to anxiety and depression, no? Feeling disheartened, getting affected by every circumstances or external circumstances, no. If you are currently experiencing any of these mental issues already, then basically avoid the center for the time being to avoid getting triggered from from the external environment, okay, or being too sensitive from the external environment, because the center make you more sensitive, okay, for this month. Okay. And if we find ourselves already emotional to begin with without using the center, then basically using the center should be avoided, because they can also heighten the feelings or the emotion. No? It's going to push your feelings to be much more volatile as compared to previous month. Okay, so do avoid the center. Okay. All right. So now we're going to the Chimandunja. Okay, Chimandunja is the best sector that we actually have for the month of March is actually the Southwest. Now, what are the meditation that's good for the Southwest? Anything to do with business profit is one, because chief and ambassador is there. If you've been trying to close a deal or get the bonus of something, okay, from somewhere, then basically this is a good sector to activate. This is also a good sector for health, especially if you're trying to look for the best doctor, okay, to help address your health issues. And at the same time, confidence yes, confident that you can conquer any health issues this month. This is actually a good sector. Okay, so who do we ask for? It's chief. Okay, heavenly chief. Again, there's ambassadors can also be prophets, so if this can actually be used also by business owners, okay, or if you're trying to look for a side gig, this can also be a sector to be utilized, okay, or side gig or increase in profit for your business, Southwest. All right, so and then this is also for the health. This the sector that we're looking at here is the rest. Okay, so how do we ask for the wish? When we ask for chief comes to anything we want in life, we always have to remember that you will only be wealthy by giving goodness to others. Okay, what does that mean? Like, say for instance, what you want is to be so valuable in the workplace that everybody that you work with, all their problems is solved because of your own actions. Okay, so hi chief, heavenly chief. Heavenly Chief, I hope that you lead me to the right actions that would make me very valuable, important to my colleagues and my supervisors and clients because I'm able to solve all of their problems. And because of that, I become so significant. And when you become so important in anybody's life, especially if you are, because of you, you've brought someone wealth. Okay, what happens is whenever there's any opportunities that come their way, they're the first thing that they can think about. Okay, or say for instance, you turn someone a millionaire to a billionaire, the first thing that they think about is always you, especially when it comes to the things that you are good at fixing. Okay, so there. So basically, that's what Chief is all about. Okay? Goodness and value to others. So if you're going to make a wish, make sure it's because of the goodness of others, of what others will benefit from you. Okay, because Chief is very selfless. It's the growth of others is that they're paying attention to, and that's what you actually want, so that you want to be so significant that people cannot stop thinking about you when it comes to this kind of problem. And because of that, you're so good, they're willing to pay you whatever amount that you're actually paying or you're asking. Okay, I hope I'm making sense. So, but there, and then next is also looking for the right doctor to help you solve the issues, especially if it's chronic, it's been there for quite a while and you're struggling to find a new doctor. Heavenly Chief, lead me to the right person that will help me fix my health issues. Okay, so that's how we wish. Remember when you're doing the sage, back facing the southwest. Okay, every day, every morning, it's best in the morning before you start the day, you stay calm, and at the same time, it helps you remember on what to focus on. Okay, so southwest, back facing southwest, and then count 3, 4, 2, 1, and then after that, Heavenly Chief, and then yada yada yada. Okay, all right, all right. Miss Janeline asked, if what if nasa northeast ang stove? Northeast, ano nga ba yung nasa northeast? 7. Oh, northeast ang kusina. Well, kung maganda naman po yung ano mo, northwest east is 7, no? 7 siya. More on communication. Pagka-sales po tayo, then basically this could lead to difficulty being able to speak or influence others, lalong-lalo na when it comes to sales. On top of that, this can all trigger robberies, no? Robberies po tayo. Robberies and theft, basically. Kung nasa northeast po ang stove, well, although ang pinaka-issue po natin, ang stove nandoon po sa ating northwest, no? So, this is fine. This is okay. Yun na po ang difficulty na mangyayari, pero makaroon tayo ng ability to communicate, o kaya naman di natin nako-convince yung mga kausap natin, lalo-lalo na pag cold call po yung ginagawa natin. This could actually create difficulty, no, in communication. At the same time, pwede po tayo ma-trigger sa theft and robbery. Kasi naka-clash po sila. Pero ang pinaka-problematic po na ayaw natin magkaroon ng stove or is actually the northwest. No? Basically. I hope it's clear, Ms. Jonalyn. Other question? So, pero if you think about it, the northeast is better pa rin po ang stove doon compared sa the northwest. Kasi yung fire talagang tinitrigger more the misfortune in the northwest. So that's what we want to avoid. Okay? Other questions? No more. Have you noticed yung weather natin extreme lately? I don't know if you noticed, no? It's already March, yet we're still experiencing winter all throughout the world. Oh, this is kind of scary. Oh, by the way, I'll be meron po tayong eclipse that we want to avoid in April, no? I'll be posting po the time of that eclipse at just a day. Basically, when we do have this eclipse, this major eclipse, it's best to avoid stepping out of your space. Okay. And to avoid the repercussions of actually being shined upon by the eclipse. It's somewhere in April. Okay, and I hope we don't have much problem to face globally because whenever we experience any issue right before an eclipse, the eclipse kind of increase the effect. Okay. Oh wait, well, other questions? Nan? Oh, oh yeah, opo. Parang pansin niyo 'no, parang nahihirapan kayong parang kung ano yung galing niyo magsalita parang nabawasan. Oo. Pero okey na rin yung 7, practice lang niya. Isipin niyo na lang po 'no, na yung difficulty is helping you improve yourself. So, I guess we can do within this month is what are the system or what is the system that I can actually implement. So in case this actually happens, I have something, I have the playbook on how to handle this kind of situation where it's hard to communicate, no? So what are yung mga system that I can create for myself to bring that momentum? Okay, but that's, yeah. Maganda sana po, no, kung ililipat, kaya natin ilipat. If we can actually, if we have the opportunity to move the stove to the southeast, better. It's much, much better, no, to have it there to lessen any arguments or disputes that you may encounter, no? Southeast sector for the time being. Okay. All right. Next. Okay, if you're a beginner in Chinese metaphysics, I best start to study or learn. Oh, I started Feng Shui. Okay. And then, Feng Shui. You can start with Feng Shui, but siguro, yeah, but you have a good question actually. I'll start Pachi. No? Pachi, because this is self-discovery. So it sort of gives you an understanding of who you are, what you're capable of, ano yung mga hidden talent that you have that you can actually harness. And it's kind of, when I started Patch, the effect on me was way bigger than Feng Shui, to be honest with you. It was like I had so much aha moments, discover myself. And it kind of started to allow myself to love me more, because of rediscovering everything about my life aspects, even the flaws that you see there, the past experiences you see there, you kind of realize, okay, these things happen for a purpose. These things happen so I can be who I am now, and at the same time, so I can actually stay prepared as I actually achieve my future goals. I hope I'm going deep. No, I'm going deep. So that's what happened when I started Patchy. So yeah, start with Patchy, find that discovery about yourself, and you can also get to know your family members, your kids, especially kids or your spouse. As a matter of fact, I'll be honest with you, my relationship with my husband actually improved so much when I started reading Pachi. It changed, it shifted the way I treated him and he treated me, because of now discovering what he's good at and not blame him for what he's not, and it's the vice versa. Basically using the strength of each other and maximizing it, and then at the same time embracing the weakness of each other, loving them despite the weakness. Okay, I went too deep, but I hope you got the message, and I hope this inspire you to learn about Apache, start Apache. It changed my life, Patrick, so much. And then actually a lot of Chinese metaphysics changed my life. But Patrick, yung Feng Shui, yan, Chimendunya, lalo na, oo. Ang dami nag-change my life. But we can start with the Patrick. BaZi, no? All right. Okay. Other questions? Okay. Actually, I'm thinking of creating a mid course within this year. Again, yeah, good, nice. Thank you. Happy to hear. Yeah, it's amazing, Patrick. Yeah, I hope I'm planning to create one. This another mid year. At least for basic. Actually, a little bit more of basic. Because I had a course before. It's kind of basic, but I kind of want to increase more information para at least you have an overview of what you have on a monthly basis. But it's gonna be a class. Yeah, there go. All right. Yeah. Thank you so much, Miss Yana. Thank you so much, Miss Jonalyn, for joining me. This is it's been a while since my last live, and I really hope I can stay consistent. But I hope to see you again, especially next month. I'll try to do this. I'll try to do every Saturday, so there's more chances of people joining in. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next live. Bye.